All right, so I've been seeing all these talks about the USA team, so I kind of want to give my 2 cents on it. What I think should happen, what I think should be happening all the time anyway. I saw Gilbert Arenas, I'm going to put the clips in here. I saw Gilbert Arenas and JJ Redick give their points on the USA team and why everybody kind of been getting dogged out the past couple of days, right? We're going to watch these clips and we're going to talk about them after, and I'm going to give y'all my perspective on it.
Stop that narrative. The only thing that we don't have over 92 is intelligence. To realize 92 put out a team to prove to the world we are dominant.
Facts.
12 players on the USA team. The 92 dream team, hint, dream team. Out of the 12, 9 of those players were all NBA players. First and second team, not even third team. That means out of the 10 spots of first and second team, 9 of the players came out of that. Fact. Do we have to even say the 12 players that we need to remove to make our new 12? There was no removing the other 9. These were the best of the best. Politics have changed. It's been politics. You're putting out players that you're trying to create this. Think about what y'all are trying to do. You're trying to create a perfect team. That's what makes us dumb. The dream team put out the best players. The players will sacrifice and go win gold. You guys are trying to sacrifice yourselves. Oh, this player can't play with this. They figured it out. You got Michael Jordan, score. Barkley, score. Karl Malone, score. Clyde Drexler, score.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Come on, Robinson, score. Everybody needed the ball on this team.
He's spitting.
But that's what leaders are for. They create an atmosphere. The coaches don't create no atmosphere. The players create atmosphere. So stop going around pretending that our best product is out there. Like this ain't 92. Show up. Prove it. Prove it to me. Put out the best 12 players in our NBA. Go do it like this. Whoever makes first team and second team, those are automatically there. And then you pick, I don't give a fuck at this point, you pick 2 players off the third team. And then we go out there and play. I guarantee you, we win by 40 every game.
Facts.
Is you crazy?
100%.
Stop. Out there putting out a whole bunch of bench players talking about, oh, the Americans got soft. You fucking clowns.
Which brings me to my next thing that I want to say. I saw a lot of fucking weird discourse on Twitter bashing our guys, right? Coach Case said this: when these guys play for their national team, they turn into Michael Jordan.
100%.
Think about Luis Scola, very good NBA player. Incredible for Argentina. Evan Fournier, very good NBA player for a number of years.
Add him to the list.
Last World Cup, he was Michael Jordan. Patty's a little bit older. He killed us multiple times in the past. Patty Mills turns into Michael Jordan.
In 20, he did.
Yeah. Dennis Schroeder this year. Go back to those Spanish teams like Rudy Fernandez, solid NBA player. Juan Carlos Navarro, he only came over here for 1 year. It was my rookie year. Averaged 11 points for Memphis. Really good player. Goes and plays for Spain. Is Michael fucking Jordan. And so this brings me to why the knocking of our players is so ludicrous. Think about the human nature of this. You play a role on the Knicks. You play a role on the Pacers. You play a role on the Wolves. You play a role on the Nets. Whatever that role is, it's a role where you get to star. You get the ball in your hands. You get plays called for you. You get to operate the offense. We're asking you to sacrifice. Let's flip that. You're the backup point guard. You're our spot up shooter. You're a guy that's coming off catch and shoot. Your only thing you're going to do is play 2-man game with Julius Randle. Now you're on the national team. We're running every fucking play for you. Who do you think's more excited about their role? What is the human nature of that? Who do you think's more excited? The guys that are getting a bigger role or the guys that are getting a lesser role? And that's not to say they don't buy in. I'm just saying it is human nature that you're not going to be yourself in this setting. It is very hard.
That's true.
Which brings me.
This is what I'm going to say about it. I think, personally, we just didn't have 12 of the best NBA players. to Gilbert Arenas' point, we didn't have the best first team, second team, third team, best NBA players out there. So I don't think this was a good representation of the NBA for it to be like held against all the other countries which have the best of their best on their team. So that's first. We didn't have the best, right? So we didn't have the best. You can't expect the best. That's also the other part of it. Now, the way that they like I seen LeBron tweet it or his article or whatever talking about he gonna play now. I don't know. There was no number one options on that team. That's what, to me, my point. I would say Ant probably. Maybe we just didn't have enough number one options. I'll say that. They're not to say that they're not good players, but that's not a team that you throw out there and think, oh, they winning the ship. Regardless of who else you playing against. Like, you might not know them, but to JJ Redick's point, he was talking about everybody turning into Michael Jordan. I agree. Franz Wagner, for one. I seen him almost had 30. Dylan Brooks had 40, bro. He had 39 against the USA. Think about it. So I seen the list. I'm gonna put the screenshots up in here of what LeBron said he recruited now and what people think is gonna be the next team. So they got Kyrie, Dame, Steph, KD, Devin Booker, LeBron. That 6 right there is better than every person on whatever team they played against, country-wise. They better than every person on the Spain team, the Germany team, the Argentina team, every person on the Canada team. That, or the Canadian team. That 6 right there, you put any one of them on that team, and it's curtains. It's curtains. Actually, let me look up this team. So this is just being 100% completely thorough. We're just going to go through the team and look at it. And then we're going to also compare it to the previous teams who was OD. And we're just going to take a look at it. You feel me? So, Paolo, a rookie coming off a rookie season, right? Mikal Bridges, a good player. He's a good role player, you feel me? But he's not like number one. No shade to him, but in reality, he's probably not number one option on the team, right? Jalen Brunson, we talked about it, possibly number one with Julius Randle. Anthony Edwards, number one option. Tyrese Halliburton, probably the number one option, definitely since he got that big contract just recently. Brandon Ingram, I would say number one option. But I think he's just come off an injury or something like that. Jaren Jackson, not number one option. Cameron Johnson, not number one option. Walter Kessler, no. Bobby Portis, no. Austin Reeves, no. And look, this team is a solid team. But to compete for the world championship, the world, not gonna say that this is a team that I'm sending out confidently. Now look at this lineup. And now let's just look at this lineup, right? LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Andre Iguodala, James Harden, Tyson Chandler, Anthony Davis. Let's just go through the list and see with the teams that they was on, if they was the number one option. LeBron, number one option. Carmelo, number one option. Kobe, number one. Chris Paul, number one. Darren Williams, number one. KD and Russell, number 1A, 1B, however you want to say it. Kevin Love at the time, number one option. Andre Iguodala in his prime, probably not the number one option, but in his prime. James Harden when he was OKC. It was like 1A, 1B, 2 with all three of them. Tyson Chandler in his prime for the most part. AD, number one option. Like, it's hard to even be like, okay, let's really assess this and let's trash them for not winning. It's like it don't even, I don't think it's a valid thing to say like, oh, they didn't win the championship, they trash. No, we just didn't send the right team. That's the main moral of the story. Like, we didn't send the right team. We didn't have the dogs out there. And you asking people to do things that they not used to doing. Like, everybody on that team that we just put out played behind a superstar. on the USA team, they were the superstars. And you can't just like flip the switch like that for somebody who's been playing the way that they've been playing for however long. Moral of the story, send the best 12. We win every year. It's not going to be a competition. We're not going to be having this conversation no more. Simple. Send the best. KD, Kyrie, LeBron, all them go next year. And then we're going to come back to this conversation and see what the energy is like.